Thus far on the channel, we've played a lot with the Monopolies mode that's been brought into the game. We've won culture victory after culture victory using the most ridiculous Monopoly bonuses the game can give us. One thing we haven't really played with just yet is the Preserve. Now this is a new district that gives amazing yields to breathtaking and charming unimproved tiles around it. It can be really good. The Grove and the Sanctuary are two fantastic buildings. The Grove, for instance, can improve a tile by 2 food, 2 faith and 2 culture, and the Sanctuary puts another 2 science, 2 gold and 2 production on top of that. One thing I saw on Reddit and amongst my Discord is people having a go making vampire castles using these new districts and some of the hilarious appeals that you can get from our good friend Bull Moose Teddy. Don't forget he gets 2 science or 2 culture, or both, the breathtaking tiles next to mountains and woods and things like that. Combining that with the Pantheon that gives you +2 faith the breathtaking tiles, our goal in this game is to make the most ridiculous vampire castles we can. I don't have a victory type in mind, I don't have a playstyle in mind. All I am going to be focused on today is getting vampire castles. Here are the map details if you want to have a go. Ignore this, I don't know why the mod doesn't actually tell me what modes we've got on. We have Heroes and Legends, Monopolies and Corporations, and Secret Societies on. Heroes, because I want to be focusing on getting Maori and Anansai. Those two can both produce and remove luxuries as needed in order to give myself the best possible chance of getting a good vampire castle. I can also use them to stop me from getting the unintended culture victory if it's proving a little bit early. Corporations and Monopolies has been enabled because I think a vampire castle surrounded by corporations may be hilariously fun. Secret Societies is also on because I need the Sanguine Pact, because of course that's how we become a vampire. We can have up to 4 vampire castles going. I'm going to see if I can do one with the Monopolies mode, so the corporation and industries surrounding it, and we're going to have a go with preserves on the others. This sort of star formation, ignoring the actual tiles here, because this is just, I'm literally just doing this as an example with pins to show you what sort of formation I'm looking for. If we assume we have a vampire castle in the middle, then we have 6 breathtaking tiles surrounding it, giving us all kinds of bonuses. We have preserves on 1, 2, 3 sides of this hexagon in order to make these tiles as brilliant as we possibly can. And then we have 3 more districts surrounding it. I've put a water park, theatre square and holy site as examples, but anything that improves appeal, generally speaking, would be enough. This is the sort of formation I want to get, because I reckon this vampire castle in the middle could be nuts. Looking at this start for myself though, always with Bull Moose, you're having a look at breathtaking tiles. You can see we've got lots up in here, but look at this. This is next to a mountain and a wood. That's the holy grail of tile improvements up there. So for that reason, I'm tempted to move my settler up in that direction. There's lots of mountains up here actually. This is not a bad situation to be in. Yeah, I'm going to move my settle up a little bit. A shame to remove this woods, but generally speaking, worth it. Ryan, make sure you undo the settle, because that was silly. The one thing we do need to just be careful of though is because I'm going to be settling on that woods. Is it going to ruin this tile? Well, the short answer is yes. It's breathtaking 4, not breathtaking 5. It means if I settle on this tile, I'll remove the woods and make that a charming tile, thus losing the entire point of what I'm doing. So I'm actually going to move away from the coast a little bit and over into this direction. We've actually, there is a reef here that means that we've probably got some good campus spots over in this location, but there's also a lovely +3 campus location there, so we've got options. Yes, I'm losing a wheat, but quite frankly, in order to get this tile, ho ho ho, that is a good start. That should push us very nicely towards astrology. Already we found Beowulf in a hut as well as the Void Singers. We want neither of those things. I'm going to be very precise on this game, and we're only going to pick up things that allow us to utilize vampires better. So instead, a Pingala start for me, so that when I try and get a religion, because always get a religion, why would you not? It means I can get double great people points. There is a scout that has appeared from the north. It means we have a vampire possibility with a barbarian encampment up to the north. Hunting barbarians is going to be very important for us this game. Always go God King and Discipline. The reason we want God King is because we need to get a Pantheon, and I'm looking to get that as quick as possible really. This warrior may have his work cut out here. Oh my word. Barbarian Alley. With America, it's always worth not looking at district yields and having a look at district appeals. You can see this is a charming 3. There's also a charming 3 and a charming 3. All of these 3 tiles are charming 3s. So when I'm putting a holy site down, I don't want to go for the +3. I want to go for this seemingly innocuous +0, because that makes all 3 tiles breathtaking. Perfect. There's a Nancy. Okay, we found our Ma as well as the Owls of Minerva. Owls of Minerva are not so interesting, but we want to get this hero. They can remove bonus and luxury resources. That means that we can just have a little bit more flexibility with our vampire castle placement. Himiko. Normally I'd be very excited at that revelation, but not this game. These barbs are not messing around today. My goodness, that's pretty frightening. Still though, I think I've just got into one camp. There's the Sanguine Pact. Alright. Okay, that's good to know for later. Earth Goddess. Tiles from Breathtaking Appeal get 2 faith. There we go. That's what we need. This is all going to help. Oh, look at that tile already. It's a 9 yield tile. Look at some of these tiles. Oh, beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 breathtaking tiles already in my empire. That's a pretty good assortment. Have city-states on side already. Just explores more of the map for me there. Look at that. Annoyingly though, a lot of this map is very rainforest heavy, but that's generally speaking okay, because I can remove rainforest. There's a lot of marshes around here. I'm just having a look now for the site of my first vampire castle. Oh yeah. Okay, we found a lot of heroes now. Unfortunately, not Mari. He's who I want. Brilliant. Being able to put luxuries down, it just makes the vampire castles even better. Stonehenge was built, luckily for me. I believe they took choral music. Yes. So Feed the World is still an option, which is lovely. It's going to be a bit of a race for the next religion, actually. I've got Pingala in, who's doing a good job, and actually let's quickly just pick up Connoisseur. That will give me just a little bit more culture to raid through the beginning of the game, but I think, actually let's get rid of God King quickly. That's not what I need. Let's go for urban planning. I think that's generally a bit better, and discipline, yeah. Why not? Sure, but I need another governor to get double great people points. Early Empire we're going to just plop into there. Some lovely appealed tiles over in this direction though. We've got forests, we've got mountains. Yeah, this may be a pretty decent location. There we go, Pingala grants. Okay, that is pretty good. You can see where somebody's getting 5 points per turn at the moment. That's not especially good for us. There's no real decent segment of tiles that I can be putting vampire castles on. This is my only problem at the moment. Still need to look for something that works, just like really well. I don't know. It's all a little bit confusing for me. But I think I'm going to stick this point as the first castle I'm going to make. Don't forget, I do have options later in the game with putting forests down. Like, none of this is actually floodplain around it, so I should be able to just forest around it once I hit conservation. That'll help a little bit. I think we stick a preserve on this tile. That'll help with the appeal on those two. Means I'd need preserves there and there as well. This is going to be a pretty useless preserve for me, but actually that's good because it means, settling over in this direction is what I need to do then. Okay, so I'm making this up as I go along, but as I say, I just want the first one to be a really, really good one. Let's just get a little bit of food into the capital right now, because I am starving. Feed the World has been taken. Nothing I could really do about it, unfortunately, so the AI really did beeline for religions this game. Okay, Feed the World was kind of what I was going to go for there, but it's not the worst thing in the world to miss out on that. I can live without it. Charleston. Right next to a mountain. I say mountain, I do mean volcano. We'll ignore that one for now. It smokes, but generally speaking, smoking is okay. Let's get 3 inquiry going. Delightful. I'm actually thinking, do I get rid of this ivory? because the ivory is kind of in a spot where I wanted to put another district down. These are the 3 unnamed or unspecified districts at the moment. Essentially, I want to make sure that the tile is giving +1 appeal from outside. If I put a district on this ivory tile, it means these 2 tiles can get 2 more appeal. I'm going to need all the appeal I can get in order to make all this breathtaking. It should be possible because there are a bunch of marshes in this area, but it all helps. I mean, I could just wood them. Like this tile here, for instance, already's got a wood on it, so that's not a bad thing, that, but still. Finally get our religion. I haven't really been left with a huge amount. Work ethic isn't really what I'm going for this game, purely because, well, quite frankly, the holy site adjacency is not really what I'm going for. I'm looking more for appeal. I don't want to win the game via a tourism victory particularly, so Jesuit education I think is going to be the way for me to go this time. And let's get a Gerdower down. If I can't feed the world, I can at least get the runners-up prize. Pound Maker. Okay, Pound Makers can be a pretty good friend. They can also be pretty crazy powerful later in the game. Where did they appear from? How do they know me? How did they figure out who I am? They are the boat, and they met the city-state. Okay, I guess that's acceptable. They're members of the Hermetic Order. They only have 1 city. They're being beaten on pretty badly, actually. In the meantime, I've already started the process of beginning to clear these marshes. Just helps these cities extrapolate and grow, and look at this. Now working 2 of these extra science and faith tiles. Very nice indeed. Classical Republic time. Wonderful. Okay, we've got an extra wildcard policy slot. Let's go for inspiration. I think that's got to be a good thing. See if we can get some scientist points in. It just helps me in case I can get the extra science on libraries. That's always the best. Great scientist. I love her so much. So much. Urban planning. Colonialization, and let's go for builders as well. Lovely. So as I move this settler down south onto these horses, that means I'll be able to preserve over the top and start to think about, you know, really building this beautiful vampire cult. I mean, that'll be, oh, it'll be wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Then I can get over to, I'm just trying to think, yeah, preserve I think is probably the next best thing I want to be building. So let's just pump you down there and we'll start to do the culture bomb when we build it. Oh, good thing about these towers being floodplains as well is that they continually flood and they're continually improving. That's quite amusing for me. Right, I'm just going to quickly get rid of this stone. Stone isn't something I need in the longer run. Here we go. On top of this delightful tile. Oh, yes. Don't forget the extra science from being next to the volcano kind of offsets the fact the volcano is ignited and on fire. We'll we won't worry about that aspect of it just yet. Yeah, let's just quickly get Anansi. Perfect. 1 turn. Just make sure that we're not going to lose out on that hero. Very important one, that. And yeah, I'm going to commit to it. I'm actually going to remove my own luxury. I very rarely do this, but we're going all in on my strategy. This is we'll see. We'll see if this works. I'm pretty sure it will, but we'll go for this because I'm not going to get any scientists. It's a silly prospect, that, but I am going to get diplomatic league in quickly. Here we go. 90 science, 80 culture. It's a good boost. We quite like that. Actually, recorded history. I'm just going to leave that one for a second, just in case I can actually push that through. Manually construction. Here we go. I'm having a go at the Temple of Artemis. Doesn't matter if I don't end up building it. There was no forest on that tile, but it could be a pretty good pickup for me if I do get it. Mexico City is now mine. You can see, oh, here we go. Fantastic. Right, I need to get him in. Look at this. My stringy continent is just like this one long, really fiddly piece of land, and it's all mine as well. That's glorious. We like this map a lot. I am a big fan of this one. Japan. Okay, Japan are doing pretty good. I probably should have expected Japan in the game because Mount Fuji was here. Normally that's a bit of a giveaway. You know what, I'm switching back to recorded history because when I get rid of this copper, I'm getting rid of mineable resources around. I'm going to move him out quickly, but just construction is a good one because now I can get myself lumber mills. Yes, lumber mills are fantastic improvements for America. All the production from the forests with 0 appeal penalty, which I always find reasonably ironic because the amount of appeal loss due to, you know, logging, huge, absolutely massive. Okay, this preserve has just culture bombed. You can see, yep, Charleston's got a huge tract of land now, but if I just go plonk, get rid of this marsh, you can see slowly but surely these tiles are getting a little bit better. Let's get a holy site on this district as well. Right, that just sort of locks in the production. That's good. That will help to just spread the appeal around these tiles. Actually, just looking at this, 13 techs, 12. We're keeping up. We're doing all right, actually. This is good, especially because I can start trading things. I love it when you get to this stage of the game. You've met a couple of people. You can start to say, look, hey, do you want to start buying this stuff? Nobody really wants the diplomatic favor at the moment. We're a little early in the game, but when they do, oh, look. So, for instance, here, Japan is starting to want it. Say yes. We'll start to do these deals. Lovely. It just helps me to be able to buy tiles. That's all I'm spending my gold on at the moment. Feels like a bit of a waste of time, but it's not really. Next preserve here. It's pretty decent tile that, but it'll be better as a preserve. Sinbad. Oh, I don't normally go for Sinbad, but he could be a fantastic third. I can use him to get rid of barbs, go to war maybe a little bit, just on naval fighting. I am on my own continent, so that he may be quite useful this game. And the Temple of Artemis did get built. I mean, brilliant. That's awesome. Okay, well, it's given me a little bit of extra culture and tiles surrounding. Not a huge amount, but the growth that it'll put into Washington makes all the difference here. That's good. Right, let's get a builder. And then, again, preserve is getting ready. Oh, you see, when this happens, it just means I'm not selling enough horses to people. I am the world's, eminent supplier of horses right now. Buy them from me, fools. Only 2 gold per turn? Hey, it all helps. Here we go. Preserve time. Nice. Oh, these things are going to be good. Bit of voting. We should be able to get quite a decent showing here. I'm going to actually say no great scientists, because I don't want people running away with that one, and I'm going to vote for my own religion. Don't think we'll end up winning this, but it's worth a try. Double great scientists. Okay, well, we inadvertently made the problem worse, but that's fine. Oh, for goodness sake, I just built that. I literally just built that. Oh, now that we've gone into a new era, though, I can finally go for the Sanguine Pact, because I can also get Rising Hunger. That's 2 vampires, and now the ability to build castles. Yerevan is a fantastic city-state to find. Brilliant, we can get some pretty decent apostles in with that. The unavoidable thing about this playthrough is that a lot of my land is low appeal. I can't do much about that, especially this area, but it's low appeal because of floodplain, and I would be stupid if I didn't take advantage of that in some way. So I've got a city plan here with an aqueduct, dam, and canal setup, which should, in theory, lead to a +8 industrial zone. Now that's a Magnus hub right there, and I can use that to start sending settlers out across the world. Because I'm not 101 miles away from being able to put apprenticeship down to start these things off. I've got the dam available to me soon. I think to make this work, though, I'm going to have to send in military engineers from elsewhere. And at the moment, I don't know if Washington or Charleston will be the prime candidates for that. I'm tempted to put something up to the north here. I mean, the thing is, this is all appealing. So maybe Charleston's got to be the one to do it. Yeah, you know what? That might actually be the case. I don't know. We'll think about it. But that is definitely something I want to do. Remember, you can remove vampire castles. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to send all my vampires up here, and I'm just going to put a couple of vampire castles down next to these really high yields just to keep my capital ticking over. I've only got the 1 super vampire castle planned at the moment, so I don't want to sort of lose that ability to use it. Oh my goodness, look at all this. Oh, it's all disgusting. It's America's worst nightmare. Still though, Anansai, he's out there, he's still stealing random things, but he's finding from everywhere. I'm going for bonus resources over luxuries just because I don't know where I'm going to stand on that sort of thing at the moment. But there we go, look, Yerevan is mine. And there we go, there's the Kree Empire. Intriguing. I could take them over with a well-timed city-state levy. But I feel like this is more of a SimCity sort of game. I don't know, we'll see how I feel. You know what, I very rarely come into these games with a huge sense of what I'm going to do. I just sort of, we'll feel it out. The only problem I've got is that the vampire castle is conveniently 4 tiles away from all of my cities. So actually gaining this tile is going to be a little tricky. What I might have to do is just keep an eye out for a merchant that I can use to buy tiles. Unfortunately, that one has already been taken a little while ago, so let's just have a think about that. As I say, this is by far not the best vampire castle that we're ever going to build. That's not the point. The point is I just need to have at least one down so it's feeding into my capital just a bit. And you know, it helps. It helps a lot. Let me look at the production on the city now. 34 production, much better. Actually managed to make friends with Japan, which is pretty good. We'll send them a delegation. How do you feel about diplomatic favour, my friend? Oh, they will start buying it now. That is exciting. As are the crew. Okay, both want to buy it to a certain degree, so we are just going to utilise America's greatest resource. 15 gold per turn, and a bunch more gold there. Wonderful. That's a lot more gold per turn now. Again, I know it's not the best vampire castle, but it's a pretty good one for now. So already we've got one with 12 production, 4 faith, 6 food, 4 culture, 4 science. This one has 14 faith, 6 food, 10 culture, 13 production. Okay, at least it makes Washington just a production powerhouse that I can use to push through these early game bits and pieces. What I'll do is when this vampire castle is ready to be built, I will just replace one of the ones that's there already. So that's pretty useful. I'm happy with this for now. This is okay. Right, the Gardevoir is now built. Beautiful. We've got 16 housing and a lot more food than we did previously in my capital. We've now got 53 production per turn. In fact, actually, Pingala probably could get out of that, and we could put Magnuson in a little bit and make Washington our settler hub for a little bit. I don't know. We'll see how that goes for now. Economic alliance and another deal. Look at that. We've got friends. We've got friends, everybody. Come on, that'll get the Cree on side. They love a good alliance. For the first time in, I think, ever, I'm actually going to evangelize my beliefs first. I don't think anyone else has done it yet. Nope. It's me. Wonderful. We got to go Teve. I think it's just brilliant. And I think either I go Defender of the Faith or Religious Colonialization. That could be quite fun for when I settle new cities around the world. Yeah, let's do that because I'm planning on settling everywhere. Just, like, everywhere. And Anansi is gone, but that means we've now got his epic. Brilliant. And, look at this, better yields around Boston. Here we go. The preserve is now built, which means actually this vampire castle could get upgraded. Remember, you've got to remove them and put them back down if you want to get the improved yields. Nubia. Nice to meet you. Very, very good to meet you indeed. They're doing quite well technologically. Are they winning? I suspect they probably are. Never not. 24 techs versus my 20 there, so that's not too bad. Washington has actually just finished its campus. I was actually going to use my faith to just purchase in the library, but I can build it in 2 turns, so whether that's actually worth it or not is a good question. I actually don't know about that one. You know what, now, sod it, let's just get a settler out. Washington's yields are just crazy, even without Magnuson, but they're going to get better. Let's remove the vampire castle and get a new one in. Mali. I thought Mali was in the game because somebody's been earning merchant points left, right and centre. Okay, they're doing pretty good, although they've taken over Geneva. And look, Babylon. Okay, so at least we have Babylon in the game as well. Is Babylon in the lead? Yeah, of course they are. Oh dear, it's one of those games. Here we go. Let's put the castle down. This time, it's a bit better. 17 faith, 9 food, 12 culture, 13 production. Oh yeah. Plus, this preserve has now just finished as well. Lovely. We're going to go have a look over here. It just feels like an area that's got some amazing, absolutely amazing yields for a vampire castle. Kree wants an alliance as well. That's amazing. Let's make a military alliance with them because their army is massive. But because they're the Kree, we get all of their visibility. So let's see what that uncovers on the map. Well, firstly, Babylon. Babylon has 97 science, and that represents half of its science. So they are doing immensely. Okay, the Kree have got this land down there. That's pretty normal. Mali are doing all of what they're doing over here. That's fine. Babylon appear to be this weird... Oh no, that's Nubia. Japan are down here, which means Babylon is somewhere. Not entirely sure where Babylon is. Wherever they are, I think they're frightening. 31 techs compared to my 20. Yep. They're doing alright. They're doing alright. I think I need to start boosting a little bit again. Let's get my hero back. Let's send you on a luxury munching trip. I think to Mali. That'll be good fun. I think there looks like a good place for a vampire castle. Don't you? Yeah. It's going to be tricky to fit in because there's going to be a lot of competition in these tiles. There's too many mountains. You can't make a perfect one. That's the thing to remember. The perfect vampire castle is not possible, but we could probably just squeeze one in. I just want 6 decent tiles of which have amazing appeal and bits and pieces along those lines. So, you know, I'm going to mark it up as a potential, and we'll see later what happens. I think we could make a good vampire castle out of this spot as well. It's got some pretty nasty appeal at the moment, but it's only because of marshes. And I think with some forests we could get something sorted down there. Okay, lots and lots of planning to do. This is probably the area I'll target first. This is the ugliest formation ever, but I think we could get it to work if we did that. That's my new mission. I am keen on that. We'll see. That one's a little trickier. I think this one will be, yeah, we'll try that one after. I feel like a research alliance with Babylon is a fantastic idea for me. I've got a lot of alliances going actually. Not bad at all. I have to say, these grove tiles, they make me very happy. Oh, 7 food tile there on Boston. You need to get this housing in quickly, my friend. I'm going to start putting some theatre squares down now. These are useful, not only for getting culture, because I need to get as much culture as I can to beeline towards conservation. Conservation gets me naturalists, which is national parks, but it also means I can put woods down. And when soon as America can put woods down, you've won the game. It's so powerful with Teddy. You love it. And with Jesuit education, as soon as I put that district down, pop, the whole thing gets totally built in pretty much like one turn. Finally put a Gurdwar down. Look at that. Even more housing. Lovely. This is going to seem like a rogue choice. I'm putting an encampment down in Washington. Why, you may ask? Well, because I want to build military engineers. If I can span those things out, I can build canals, aqueducts, all of the things to get my industrial zones going in my other areas of my empire. I would love culture bombs, that's wonderful, and I would love trade routes. I think I'd like culture bombs more, so we'll go for more votes on that one. It's 3 and 2. Don't know if we'll win this, but it's always worth a try. Yes and yes. Oh, we did. Oh, we're a diplomatic masterclass. Thank you, America. The big stick is as effective as ever. Don't mind if I just nab your luxury. Thank you very much. Lovely new city. Hello, New Orleans. How are you? Let's... should we start as we mean to go on, actually, to get the preserve going from turn 1? I think... Yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Sod it. Let's get that preserve going immediately. In the meantime, look at that. University, plonk. Just gets popped into my capital. Delightful. These trading domes are very handy, actually. They don't really do much in terms of yields, but what they do is give me some fantastic extra gold from the trade routes I send out from my capital. Look, I've also got an armory almost done in Washington as well. I can start to get all of these units sent out. And finally, a very special shout out goes to Scott Stratton, Major King Kong, Matthew Wilkinson and Salty Tech for all of your support on Patreon, as well as everybody else who's joining the community and making this place a fantastic space to be. Thank you guys, you keep me going.